Welcome everyone to my first episode of my podcast, Get Real with Nat. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And for my first guest, I'm just going to jump straight to it. My first guest is the one and only Carlos Pando, aka renovation specialist, and my husband. So, yay! Um, I will say he wasn't paid to, I should put like red letters. He was not paid to do this. He was not obligated to do this. He did this on his free will. Welcome, honey. How are you?
Hello, everyone. I think if you haven't, I don't think you guys noticed this, but we're on a Sunday night. It's
Oh,
to be honest, 10:55 p.m. And one of the craziest things is that I'm missing out Sunday night football. So it is a huge sacrifice for me to be doing this video, but we're blessed and we're here doing the first video uh, with my wife and. It is just a matter of enjoying this time and hopefully it will be
your last one.
it will be the first of many. I want to stay positive on that end.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot it was Sunday. Like Sunday night football. Like I didn't even, well, you know that I don't know all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's wrap this up, baby. Okay, do you think that by the time we finish, you'll still watch football? Like you'll make it, or you're gonna be done?
I think I'll be watching TikTok after
TikTok,
this.
TikTok recaps. Darn, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I didn't know that. But that's love, everyone. That's just, sacrifice. It's a lot of sacrifice, right, hun, for real estate wives and husbands. Um, okay, so I know that I asked you to grab something to drink. I didn't look. Tell me what's in your cup.
uh, First things first, cheers, everyone. We have
Salud.
a little bit of whiskey. I used to start
Okay,
off the night, and
nice.
I always keep my secret stash.
Mm,
They brought me this whiskey from Dominican Republic, so
hmm
um, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just having a little bit of white vino that I found in the back of the fridge because I forgot to drink it. But you got to relax the nerves for the first episode. So, we just want to make sure we're doing this right and we're excited. And thanks again for doing this. I'm sorry you're missing out football. All the guys don't hate me for making my husband miss out Sunday night football. My bad. Okay, but let's jump to it. So, a lot of people are like, wow, you and Carlos, dynamic duo, TENC Construction Group, because he does renovations, I do real estate, he does flips, I find them, all this fun stuff. But let's just like go straight into, well, tell me a little bit. I mean, obviously, I know you, but they don't. So tell me a little bit of like, how did all of this start? Like your whole business or like your whole interest in renovations?
Yeah, I mean, just to start it off, I think I'm from Mexico, so don't think just because I'm Mexican I know about construction. But one of the things is that I started at a really young age. I think like everyone probably can relate to it. I started working in construction when I was 13 years old, doing that for the summer and make sure on summer break I'll be making that extra money. But at the end of the day, everything comes along, and I think one of the beautiful things it was that passion for construction, that passion for also see things that are getting built. Especially I came here to the States in 1998, so able to see how Orlando has been growing in different cities. It's just such a beautiful thing that you could see all the time, that you'll be able to see things that you were part of and see grow. So I think that is a passion. I mean, of course, there is also the financial part of it. I mean, in construction, you can get you can get paid pretty well, but at the same time, it has a lot of sacrifice like any other career. So and then from there, you know, went to college and and did some classes for constructions. You know, fortunately, like life comes at us fast, and we got pregnant, and then we were had to stop pretty much everything. But we're coming back, and we're coming back strong. You know, with a dream always to be successful, and also to make sure that we can offer these services to anyone here in Central Florida. So anything that has to do with construction, residential, commercial, we will be able to help you in different ways. Uh, there's some things that are our specialty, but if is out of our hands, or something that we are not capable of doing, that we have the right people that we can actually lead you to the right path as well.
Mhm. And I will say, I'm always like super proud of what we have been able to accomplish, especially you on your part, right? Um, I give you, I always give you kudos for what you did. I mean, you finished. I mean, it's not like you didn't finish studying. You did. You were working really hard, more than 40 hours a week. And then you got your AS degree in, I forgot the I forgot your diploma, but I know it was like construction. I know that your dream was to do accounting, but then it ended up being some sort of construction stuff. So you finished your schooling, and then you got additional certifications on it too. So it's not like you didn't finish. You did. You just maybe you didn't go and get your master's or whatever. But um, you're very, I mean, I'm very proud. Your children are very proud. So also, I know you're really proud of yourself in that aspect, and your knowledge. I know you did project management. How long did you do project management for?
It was about almost 5 years doing. I've been a project manager, and one of the things it was that everything was an experience. I was able to gain experience in commercial, residential, and different projects in Orlando and out of the state as well. Traveling out of the state, doing like these huge renovations for hotels definitely gave me the experience to understand this whole business.
Yeah, and a lot of hotels like locally too, which was really cool to drive around Orlando and certain very, very close. I'm not sure if I should say the name of the hotels, but the one with the really pretty colorful lights. Yeah, and then say like, oh, you did projects here, you did projects there. So that's something to be proud of for sure. Yeah, lots of experience. So it's almost like, what, like 20 years of experience in renovation. And you're like 37 almost. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the nitty-gritty. This is going to be a fun question. When obviously me in the real estate world, we look at houses all day long. I show you pictures of properties. Um, we purchased our home. If you could choose a house today, let's say we don't have a house, a home, would you choose a house that's renovated or a house that needs to be renovated and you do it yourself?
I think I will buy a house that is not renovated.
Do you
I
have
was,
trust issues?
you know, especially in the real estate world, I seen a lot of things, and I think, I mean, it doesn't take the fact that there's a lot of great people out there that they do great jobs. I mean,
Mhm.
they, sometimes you'll be amazed of the things that they do. Of course, TENC Construction is not the only company out there. Of course, there's many other contractors that they do such a great job and they're very professional.
Yeah.
But I know that there's some times that owners want to save a little bit of money and they just want
Yeah.
to do it themselves,
Mhm.
and that's when everything comes down to. Or there's always that one person that does it for cheaper, and
Mhm.
unfortunately at
Mhm.
the end it costs you a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a
I
tough.
think that's the experience that we had when we bought our first home. It was not renovated, and we ended up pretty much
Yeah.
ripping everything apart from the house, and still working on it still. But
Get me started on my pantry.
yeah, we started on the pantry and we haven't gotten it
You
back
haven't
yet.
finished the pantry.
But we're
Yeah.
surviving.
We are, we are. Be thankful that your wife is flexible. No, no, but it's cool. It's cool to make it your own as well. And obviously we do see a lot of people that cut corners. Like, I think it's really cool. I admire people that do DIYs. Like, I really do. I think that I don't have a creative bone in my body. Like, we are doing this podcast, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And you know that I have no idea what I'm doing. But there are people that are super creative and they pretty much, a lot of them do a really good job. But then you get like those, right? Those, like, tell me how you feel about DIYers.
Uh, oh man,
I'm triggering him right now.
let me take another sip on that. So
I
yeah,
know.
I think it is not bad. I mean, I think people they try their best to to make their house look pretty, and they want to make sure that they can feel comfortable with the things that they do. I don't have anything against them, of course, but there's things that you really have to consider. When it comes to electrical, when it comes to plumbing, when it comes to your AC units, and or trying to add an additional room to your home. I mean, those are things that they have to be done, I would say, by professionals. I
Yeah.
mean, because there's a lot of things that we have to follow the rules or the codes. So I know that there's been a lot of people that they're doing renovations, and then all of a sudden the city shows up, and
Ah,
then something that would could have saved them 1,000 or 2,000 bucks, now it has become a nightmare. So um, one of the things is that if you're doing something small, of course, you can do it yourself. When it's something that requires more skill, then definitely, try to reach out to a contractor. Make sure that you get three estimates, and that way you can compare prices. Of course, if you see something that is really cheap, yeah, you kind of have your doubts. We had a client not so long ago. He's trying to do an addition to his house, and then he tells me, "Well, there was this guy that showed up, and he was gonna charge me 34,000 to do it, but I think that's really cheap, and I don't trust that person." So those are the things that you have to understand, that you have to get at least three estimates, and make sure that you can compare apples to apples. What are they offering you? What are the things that really make sense?
yeah.
So I think that's something that you have to understand as a homeowner or even as a realtor, because realtors, they have a lot of clients that they have to meet up every single day, and and there's a lot of things that you have to understand, I guess. Like for realtors, there's certain things that are very basic that you guys would like to know. I mean, you guys have a lot of um, information to give to your clients, so you want to make sure that you're prepared for battle, I would say.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And I appreciate you even suggesting that you should get multiple quotes. It's something lately that we've been speaking to about with our broker is like give people options and people should look at different options. You just don't know what kind of contractor you're going to get, and you have to work with work with someone that works best with your budget, but also that's going to do the work and look at their portfolios. I mean, I think that's why social media is so important, and I think that's why people are constantly on it because um, people want to see nice and clean work, which is was something that we experience as realtors. It's like, oh, the pictures look great, and then when we get there, the popcorn ceiling that they scraped off is super patchy and like it doesn't even look good, right? It looks like a whole nother texture that you're like, what kind of design was that, you know? Or, well, we've just been seeing a lot of nightmares. The one that was really funny today, right, hon? What we saw in that house, when I turned on the faucet sink,
Oh
the
yeah.
shower turned on. I think I'm surprised. I don't even know how we didn't record that one. But we literally turned on the sink and the shower, the whole entire shower turned on. That was really cool.
Yeah, probably there's some new technology out there
I missed
that
it.
make sure
Yeah.
that you're saving time
Yeah,
and
yeah,
saving.
right. Someone can wash their hands and shower at the same time. I know, so creative. But I do love that you also give the value to the realtors as well. And this is something that has been really cool to watch lately is a lot of realtors have been hitting you up and saying, "Hey, Carlos, like take a look at my inspection report. This is what they're telling me. What do you think? What does this look like price wise?" It just really helps to get an idea of like what is it that the buyer is going to expect with their renovation, or not just the renovation, but like repairs. So tell me a little bit about that, like what you've been doing with some of these realtors.
Yeah, so pretty much we get a lot of calls or a lot of text messages in regards to asking for help to give them an estimate of how much would it cost to do these repairs, especially when it comes to inspections. Inspections, I know that those can be like a deal breaker, and I know that it can be a headache for realtors, and but you don't have to be afraid of those reports. One of the things is that everything can be fixed now. The cost it will be something to worry about, and I know that you guys will have to negotiate and go through all this process during the deal that you're doing. But one of the things is that inspections. When we see the report, there's things that are very minor that they can be fixed and is not something out of the ordinary. But there is also some properties that they have some structural damage, and that's something that we have to be realistic with realtors. We don't want them to get in trouble or just to try to close the deal and see that the property is not in a good condition.
Mhm.
I think not so long ago, there was a realtor that called me and she was like, "Hey, can you check this out? Can you go and check this property out?"
Mhm.
So, we try to make the sacrifice to actually look at these properties in person. Pictures are something that can be very tricky and it can go both ways. So we actually went to that property and that property had some structural damage, and I was real with the realtor. I was like, if if you want to save a headache to your client, just not do not buy this property.
Yeah.
You have to be realistic with them
Mhm.
um, when it comes to those things. I mean, we're just giving our input on the property and the damages that are in there, and also when it comes to the pricing of how much it will cost, because I know that you guys will have to get your client credits or try to find a way for them to um, fix these things before they buy the property or before they sell the property. And
Yeah.
I think those are estimates that we can give you right away, giving you an idea or give your client an idea of how much it will cost.
Mhm.
Um, and I said, those are going to be our prices, but also you can be able to be more open to find another contractor that will give you another price, so you can compare apples to apples.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, feel free to reach out. I mean, we try our best to give you prices in between that inspection period that you guys have, and it's always good to have knowledge of what is going on. Probably something that it will be minor, it is something that it will be uh, that can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So definitely, we always are willing to help you guys at all times, and don't even hesitate to reach out. I mean, we get calls, we get text messages like, hey, even like the smallest thing, like, hey, how much do you guys charge for installing a fan or changing a light bulb? I mean, probably the light bulb is probably 20 feet in there, so you never know. So
Yeah.
those little things that you guys can also have tools
Mhm.
to also defend yourself as well, because I mean, there's some people that will question realtors of the knowledge that they have, but we're always there to help you guys out.
We should do like a class or something like that. Be like, all right, let's get her, elbows dirty, let's talk about these things. But yeah, no, that's really cool. And I think that I mean we can just dive into like inspections because that's crazy right there, but it can get pretty crazy. But I think buyers too, like they kind of freak out I tell all my buyers and sellers, please don't freak out about inspections. Like you just mentioned, everything is pretty much fixable for the most part. So if the outlet is out right now, then just, we'll figure it out. Like it's small things. And people freak out about those things, but there's not too much to worry about. I mean, of course, there's the credits and whatnot that at the same time too, some of the things you also like to do is estimates for renovations, and sometimes that this has nothing to do with um, your inspection. This is just people that are getting super creative when they're walking through the house, and that's something that I know you have a program for realtors, and I don't know if you have like a minute or two to like talk about that and all of these lovely things that you have, how you incentivize these realtors that refer you business.
Yeah, so like I said, all realtors are always reaching out, especially when it comes. And there's some pretty good clients that some of them bring to the table. I think like 2 days ago, I spoke to one of the realtors, and they refer us to a client, and this person is going to be closing on this house. I think as early as next week, and they want to renovate before they move in, and that is, I was like, you're in the right path because we don't want to do renovations while people live in there. I mean, it can be
Yeah,
very uncomfortable.
yeah.
So when it comes to that, the referrals, we always appreciate the business that you guys give us, and you can talk to different realtors that we have worked with. We
Mhm.
always give them that incentive, and make sure that they are being taken care of. And I know that is one of the most important things. It will be to close the deal. I mean, the same way that realtors and contractors, one of their goals is to close the deal and make sure that their clients are satisfied with the service.
Yeah.
So one of the things is that when we get a referral from a realtor, we give them an incentive of 3% from the total value of the contract. So we're very transparent of when it comes to those incentives, and it is not more about like trying to get more business. It's just a matter of giving the clients the same experience that realtors gave them at the moment, like a great experience. We want to make sure that during their renovation that they're going to get, they will have the same
Awesome.
service.
Yeah.
So it is a matter of like getting to know the the realtors that we're working with, but also the actual clients that are willing to work with us as well.
Yeah. And I like that you said that because it's really, I think that as realtors, we take into consideration the experience from the moment we say hello to them to after that. Like we don't want the experience really to end at the closing table. We want the experience to continue. Like saying happy birthday and and hey, it's been 1 year since you purchased your home. As realtors, we want to continue to like keep this business, not just business, but the relationship more than anything. So the fact that you guys get to add value to this relationship that these realtors are having is pretty awesome. And on top of it, the agents are getting a commission for the referral, which, hey, I mean, the business is business and realtors are, all about that. So that's really cool that, and I'm assuming as your wife, that's referring you all of this business. No, I'm just kidding. I should get a write-off on all of that.
Right.
I know, I know, I know. I get incentivized with my kitchen and floors. Well, thanks so much. That's really cool. Okay, so I've heard, so tell me like what is it that you guys primarily, I know you do residential, I know you do commercial. I know you work a little bit more residential. What are some things that you work on the most when you're doing residential?
Yeah, when it comes to residential, I mean, we do pretty much everything. When it comes to, if you have kitchen renovation that you're thinking of, you know, we're the people to to do
Yeah.
it, right? And also when it comes to bathrooms as well, and flooring and drywall, and all the things that has to do with residential and also on the exterior, painting, stucco work, and all of those things that had to be done in order for you to get your I would say make your dreams come true. I would say, but one of that's one of the things that we specialize in is just like renovations for an entire home. So it all depends on where you want to. Uh, I guess the vision that you have for your home, and also when it comes to, I know that there's a lot of investors out there, and they want to make sure that they get into the flipping business. So they want to flip a house. We can also help you guys in getting a quote of how much it will cost to do this, to do a flip in a property. We also do flips as well.
Yeah.
So we have gotten that successful start when it comes to flipping homes. So we do have the knowledge of flipping a home because we have done some ourselves, and thanks to our realtor, we have found very very good deals. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a good deal, reach out to Natalia.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay,
do,
so
I, do I get an incentive for that one?
I gotta close the deal first. All right. So I have like one silly question. You're not gonna expect this one, but what is one renovation trend that you are over?
The renovation trend, and actually it always comes
I think I
out
know the answer, but I'm
from
curious to see what you're gonna say.
probably not. But I think one of the things
Mm.
that I've been seeing a lot is just that peel and stick uh,
Oh,
backsplash,
backsplash. No, not the
or
99 cents backsplash.
or or that what is it, that decorative wall that you can just peel and then you can stick it in your wall, and then it looks so pretty in picture or in the video.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, those are the one things that there was one client that made us do one backsplash like that, and it's very. I mean, you'll be surprised the glue that they put in those things
It
is
works.
it's pretty tough. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. I was just gonna buy some too. I'm glad you said something. I'm glad you don't like it's just kidding. That is hilarious. Okay, so just to wrap this up, I just have a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Not too many, not too many, but um, so rapid fire, just so that people can get to know you a little bit more. I am curious to know myself as to like I always love to ask you questions and get to know you more and more every day. I know you get tired of me asking questions all the time. All right, so rapid fire questions. All right, beer or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Okay. Your favorite snack?
um,
Three.
Popcorn.
Oh yeah, that's so true. Okay. Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Okay, fine. If you can live in any state, what other than Florida, what would that be?
South Carolina.
Yeah, we're not going there. I thought you were gonna say Alaska. What happened?
No, it's too cold.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, no, we're staying in Florida. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Oh, wait, if they can, is it what I could put your contact info down below. But what's the
Yes.
best way for them to reach you?
It can be via text or
Mhm.
even social media.
Yeah.
You can reach out to us and look for TENC Construction Group, and we're willing to help you as much as we can. Especially realtors. We're trying to help you as much as we can when it comes to closing your deals. I
Yeah.
mean, like we touch base. It was just more of like the inspections. They can be a headache.
Mhm.
Um, I see Natalia with a lot of headaches when it comes to
Mhm.
inspections,
Yeah.
and she has me awake till like
We work
uh, till
midnight.
12. Yeah, so I'm looking at the inspection, but at the same time, I'm just like pretty much falling asleep. I'll be telling her, yeah, that one needs to be replaced, but in reality, not. but
Disclosure, not true, not true.
yeah, so. one of the best things is that we're able to help you out. I mean, I know that there's a lot of contractors that they will, I guess, charge you just to give you some
Yeah.
input or try to give you an estimate, but we're not that type of contractor. We're just trying to help you as much as we can and make sure that you get the right pricing for projects or for the inspections that you guys get, how much it will cost to fix it,
Yeah.
and even like if you need also suppliers that you can have for to get cheaper materials. We can give you the contacts as well. So
Yeah.
that is not an issue for us.
Yeah. And first time home buyers too, like if you already purchased your home or you lived in it for years, we would love to help you out and just give you a quick quote, pass by your house and just see exactly how we can bring and I say we because we are a team, right? Um,
Yep.
but how Carlos and his team can bring your dreams to life. So, anyways, thanks so much, Carlos, my love, for being here on a Sunday night when there's football playing. But I promise you, it's all worth it, and they're really gonna enjoy listening to all of this information. So I will put your information below. TENC Construction Group is on Instagram, Facebook, and then I will drop your phone number as well. Thank you guys so much for watching my first episode. I truly appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I can bring as much value to you as possible. But other than that, have a good night.
Good night.